everybody. Just in case you haven't seen previous videos, my name's Carrie. I am Jeff's wife. I'm just borrowing his channel for just a wee bit of a moment, just to talk about like mental health and things that I've been noticing, and stuff like that, and maybe share some experiences that I've had in life. Why not? It's a fun adventure time with me. Anyway, one of the things that I've noticed, especially with like Jeff, is that, when I talk to somebody and I tell them about, his illness and how, because at first you say schizoaffective disorder and they look at you like you're weird. And then you say, well, it's schizophrenia. And then the panic look like, oh my gosh, and just that judgment that people put on people, not just on mental ill people, on just anybody in this world. That's what I noticed. Like a good story to share with you guys is that something that I experienced was I was on Facebook, and I have been on there for like 8 years. And so all of a sudden I was getting like these messages in Messenger. I don't know what they're called nowadays. Messages. But from the actor Jonathan Rumi. Now, the problem was that I knew that it wasn't Jonathan Rumi. I knew that. The problem was my mama taught me, in a sense, was that it was rude to not reply to somebody who messaged you. And coming from an era that I grew up with AOL, I was like, what harm could it do? Now, I found myself like talking to quite a few of them for a while, and then I, told them, look, I know you're scammers, because they always ask for money, But instead of shutting them down, I was curious on why. Why were they doing this? Why do that, right? That act. What's going on there? What's their story? And out of all of them, I had 2 young gentlemen who taught me a thing or two about how it was hard life for them. And it gave me an opportunity to reach into my soul and be like, you know what? I could sit there and cuss them out and say, oh, you guys are evil. You guys are, just like people with mental illness. You're scary. You're going to hurt people. Or if you're depressed, you're selfish. I've heard that too. Or we can reach down and just be like a little compassionate, right? Like I found out that, both these young men, they came from, a poorer country than I have. And then it gave me to think, I hear how our American young youth is having trouble on just making it by. Can you fathom people in India or Africa or anywhere that's poorer than us, what they've had to go through? And I was like, wow, I have been living in a bubble. And I think that's what most people do. They get caught in that bubble, that that social, shield. And I think what, also I'm stealing Jeff's channel for is today is to, I don't know, maybe I'll ask all his viewers, because it was something that I always told Jeff. He always said it was one of the reasons he always fell in love with me. But it was a strong belief that I have to this very moment, is that, just one act of kindness, one act of just going out and smiling at somebody who's maybe a little gruff, just one act of kindness, however small it is, can change the world. And so maybe I'm asking, you guys, show some compassion, that tomorrow, the next day, the day after that. Because if we show people that we can care and love them, then they might not have a problem going out and caring and loving others. So, just know that, I know a few of you, because Jeff does tell me about his viewers and things like that. My love is out there with you guys. I know it's hard. I know you get locked in that stereotypes and all that stuff. But there's people out there that love you. And there's 2 people right here that, I love you. I love you. And if you need to write in the comments about how you're having it rough, go ahead. Tell us. It's okay. I want to hear your story. I want to hear your story just as much as I wanted to hear the scammer's story. Because everybody has a right to tell their story. And everybody has the right to be validated and heard. So, we're here to hear you. Alright? Well, okay. So, I'm going to turn it back over to Jeff's channel now. And you guys have fun watching about video games and all that stuff. Know that, again, I love you guys. Mwah. You take care. Bye.
Yeah. Okay. Do me a favor, everybody. This is my newest musical release, Audiophile One. It is remastered, resequenced, remade version of my first album that I put out, I guess about 4 years ago now. I always wanted it to sound a little bit better. I always wanted it to flow a little bit better, so that's what I've done here. You can check this out. Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, even here on YouTube. That's it. That's all I gotta say. I am spent, or spient. Is that the French? No, that sounds more German. A spinta. That's the Italian. Sorry if I just offended people.